I believe this blade represents a new era for BPS knives. How we doing, Gideon's Tactical crew? Hope you guys are well, hanging out here in the backcountry as things begin to warm up here in the Rockies. And I have here the new for 2026 BPS knives, Aurora. And as soon as I unpacked this, I was really kind of shocked by the materials, the fit and finish, and the overall execution of the design. I mean, this is the type of style and fit and finish that we're used to from BPS knives. This is a complete deviation. Being compact enough that you could absolutely use this as an EDC fixed blade or as a compact bushcrafter to go along with a larger survival knife and say like folding saw and hatchet. So there's a lot of crossover capability potentially in this model, and it's coming in at a crazy price point. I mean, what I had to pay for this thing is really crazy for what you get. Now, I've been trekking with it, used it out here. We're gonna go into the blade boot camp and really unpack it. And throughout this, we are gonna discover that there are two aspects that I was a little, it's not perfect. Takes it maybe from 10 out of 10 to 8 out of 10, but there are overwhelmingly so many things to like about this if you like the classic Puko design. So I'm gonna pack up, head on down the hill, take you guys over to the Blade Boot Camp, and we're just gonna have a blast today seeing what the capabilities and limitations of the Aurora are. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Let's go ahead and dive on in and have some fun. So right out of the gate, what the Aurora is sporting is a 3.15 inch or 80 millimeter long blade, and it's gonna be 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch thick, and it's sporting a true 0 degree Scandi grind on VG10 stainless steel. Now we're gonna circle back to durability, edge retention, and ease of resharpening on that VG10 in just a moment. But as soon as I started using the blade, oh my, what? Oh my God, that is probably one of the best I've ever used out of the box. Whoa, this is gonna be a fun video. That is terrifying in the best possible way. Oh my gosh, yes. Get some. Dude. Oh yeah, dude. I don't even, this is one of the best, like for real, for cereal, for real, like I don't know what to say here. That is some of the best, least resistant cuts I have done in years on a blade. I have $400 knives that can't cut like this. That is filleting this wood. Oh my gosh. I am not even trying. I mean, look at that. Dude, what? Look at that, dude. Cuts, regardless if it's on wood or man-made material, is bonkers, and it's doing exceptionally well. But when we run into impact, that's where the 0 degrees started to see some deforming ever so slightly. Now it's not chipping out, not chunking, not causing major problems, but it's exactly how I thought any type of really 0 degree Scandi would operate in impact, batoning, side splitting, hacking, whatever you would do. So that's to be expected. I wanted to see how it would resharpen. So I just busted out my pocket sharpener, Work Sharp pocket sharpener with the Diamond Stone ceramic. The HRC on this is 58 to 59, which is right in that ballpark. VG10 should be 58 to 61 is the range that you should be looking at. So they're doing a little bit on the lower HRC, adding to the durability and theoretically ease of resharpening. And I saw that. And with a 0 degree, I like doing a stroke back, a way that keeps the apex as close to 0 as possible. Now, over time, you are going to convex or slightly change the geometry of a 0 degree grind, but actually that's going to give you slightly more durability. You might not see the insane precision out of the box that you saw out of the box, but it's still going to carve very well. And it honed its edge very nicely, took out all the little deforming on the edge, on the apex, and continue to cut exceptionally well. So I think VG10 is a good user steel, and for compact fixed blades, not a bad choice at all. It'd be cool to see BPS knives continue to use this steel. So sharp, oh my gosh. Dang dude, that's after the resharpening. Just bit me, just a little bit, but boink. I mean, I was just like doink, and sure enough, got me good. Now when it comes to the fit and finish of the handle, it's excellently executed, but there's one hardware decision that just left me totally scratching my head and needs to be changed. They straight up need to change it, and we'll get to that in just a second. But in almost every video, I get asked several times in the comment section, bro, what watch are you wearing? And more often than not, it's one of my VAER watches. Now, VAER watches was founded right here in the USA, and many of their designs are assembled by their American workforce, which I just think is ultra cool. Add to that they are using top quality materials and parts, and you get a lot of different options, from your introductory Japanese quartz movement into solar power, all the way up into automatic movements. And these things I've taken on backcountry adventures, I've taken out meals and eaten out with Mrs. GT and everywhere in between, and they just keep on ticking, and they look good and can perform in both environments with tons of different options to choose from. Today I'm rocking the C4 solar powered field watch. If you like having a timepiece like I do on your wrist, I highly encourage you to check out what they have going on. So I'm gonna have a link popping up. It's in the description box below as well, over to the VAER website, and you'll get prompted when you go over there for 10% off your first purchase if you subscribe to their newsletter. So that just helps you save a little extra cash. So check them out and stay on time for all of your adventures. First, to all the good with this handle. We got high polish G10, green G10. You're looking at like 3.86, I believe, inches long, which is like 98 millimeters long. You got that kind of tapering. Because it's a Puko, no guard. So this is definitely like pro level. You know, if you're just getting into knives, you got to know what you're doing, you know, because if there's nothing to keep you from sliding up, and this thing is terrifyingly sharp and would definitely nick you. Now, because of my size hands right there, 3¼ knuckle span, large size gloves, fits great. Has a little bit of real estate out the back there, tapering fat near the neck, tapering back towards, it just feels so good. I mean, I could sit here and literally, I always joke that some knives you can't do a wood spirit. You could carve a wood spirit like, woo, with this if you need to. Great ergonomics for a Puko design in the compact arena. The flat portions, but then we have contoured rounding. The fit and finish is excellent. There's no lips, there's no weirdness. This is definitely where I'm seeing a lot of the quality in game. They're stepping up their game. These shoulders are perfectly equal right there, and they even do a hidden lanyard hole out the back there that's pretty large. Like, it wouldn't be hard to, you know, fish a lanyard through there if you want to do that. So all of that is great, zero problems. Now, this fin light does have a guard, so if you're liking everything about this, but you want like half the cost, you want a little extra security, this is a great alternative. This is gonna have better fit and finish, better wear resistance, you know, better steel VG10, but this isn't a bad option if you just like everything you're seeing, but you want a guard. I've done a full video. I'll try and tag that up above for you. Now, here's the problem. When I was batoning with this and doing some side splitting, the handle scale shifted. Okay, I mean, that happens a lot, just means they need to be tightened down. But when I unboxed this, I saw that this was using Torx bits and very small Torx bits. I believe T6s as well, or here, I know, because it was right here. On my WIHA, yeah, T6. So a T6, using my WIHA little bit kit. So I went inside, you know, realigned them, and I was like, I'm gonna strip these out. This is just a bad design. I know I'm gonna strip these out. Sure enough, I stripped 2 of these out. I cinched it down, and now it's not shifting, so boom, hopefully I won't run into that problem again, but I'm out of luck now. If I have to re-tighten down these or loosen up these handle scales in any way for maintenance or to get the lanyard hole on or something, I can't do it. I'm gonna have to like tap these out. It's kind of destroyed. I don't know why they did that. That was a bad move, and they should have just done what they did like on this fin light with Allen key, you know, Allen heads. This is way better, more durable, easier to use. That's what most tools are. That's me, that's my mileage. Leave a comment below on what you guys think about that aspect. And again, I hope that they just change that and update it here in some future run. Up till now, BPS knives are a little rough and kind of rustic, and that's kind of the charm. You don't have to spend a lot to get into a tool that, you know, has bolt-on wood, walnut handles and, you know, dense leather sheaths and basic high carbon steel. So, I mean, it's a working man user tool, and that's part of the charm. Is the fit and finish always perfect? No. Is all the aspects high polish and pristine? No. But that's okay because we're not breaking the bank. This feels like a $100+ knife. Guys, I paid like $62 for this. There's sales going on right now. I think normally it's like 70. 70 is like a screaming deal for what you're getting. And so I'm gonna have a link actually over to my Amazon store for those of you here in the States that you can go check out and see these. I think again, currently like around 60, 65 bucks. And I also have a link for those of you especially ordering overseas to the BPS website. So you can check that out as well. So for the 60-ish dollars I paid for this, I feel like, you know, I would have paid double for that and felt like I wasn't getting, you know, like ripped off, which is pretty impressive for just that they're stepping up the game in that level of like fit and finish, quality, and if you're still not really having to pay an arm and a leg to get that level of execution. Competitive option would be the BPS Finlight. Nowhere near the quality or fit and finish or in materials, but it's still a great little tool at half the cost. This tool, outside of mainly just the changing of the hardware, and that's as long as you know what you're doing and just take care of it, you could overlook it. I mean, again, if Spyderco had released this exact same design, looking exactly the same out of VG10, and you know it's coming out of Seki City, Japan, and they were charging like $140 for this, people would be falling over themselves to get it. But at half the cost, 70 bucks, made in Ukraine, I mean, there's a lot to like here, and we're getting a lot of value. I mean, currently they're going for even less than that, but even if they're MSRP 70, that is really good value, I think, for everything overall that we're seeing. So the carry option is a 90% win. There's one area where I like to carry my compact fixed blades that this doesn't really allow for, and I'll unpack that in just a second. But it's a taco design with good lashing points, drainage hole, thumb ramp, excellent tension. There's no rattle. I mean, this thing is solid in there, and a good thumb ramp to disengage the blade. Now, they've given you a fold over metal loop that allows you to pass it through and attach to MOLLE, and I've carried this hiking today on this trail on my chest pack, sat there no problem. It's locked in. You're really gonna have to use two hands to get it off of whatever you attach it to. The downside is that the design is excellent for a front in your pocket carry. But this clip doesn't allow for that if you're right-handed. You have to put it on the exterior of your pocket, and then it's flopping all over the place. It's not a conducive carry. If you're a lefty, it will absolutely do that. So all you lefties get a big win with this particular design. The clip, if you rotate it to the other side, is going to be hanging way off to the side. It's goofy. It's set up for right hand only for this particular side, and you can't really do anything to accommodate that. Now, you can easily get an ulti-clip, blade tech lock, do something MOLLE lock, do whatever you want, and then you could put it in your pocket if you're a right-handed person. I will probably end up doing that long-term to carry it that way, but that's just something to be aware of when you're looking at this belt clip option. So there it is, guys. Leave a comment below on what you guys think about this idea, this compact Puko. How would you carry it, EDC or Bushcraft? Where do you see this type of design making the most sense? And if you own one, how's it been performing for you? Appreciate you guys hanging with me today. I hope it's been fun, entertaining, and giving you the data you need on whether or not the BPS Aurora makes sense, and I sure hope they keep going in this direction. I really hope they keep going in this direction, giving value and even dialing in the fit and finish will just be bonkers, because this is a high quality build piece right here. So check out the other videos, subscribe, and always remember to stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.